President Biden has not ruled out a complete ban on new U.S. oil and gas leases, even though the price of gas is inching back up to $4 per gallon by the day.
Texas congressional candidate Wesley Hunt just visited oil assets in Oklahoma, the pipeline crossroads of the world, to meet with those hardworking men and women who keep the lights on in America. He joins us now. So, Wesley, what'd you learn?
You know what I learned was that literally almost 2% of the world's oil supply flows to that facility every single day. These brave Americans get up and they work to make sure that they can power not just our country, but the entire world. And what I've learned is that we must unleash American oil and gas and American LNG. And not only have I visited Oklahoma, I've also been to Hobbs, New Mexico. I've been to Carlsbad, New Mexico. I've been to the Permian Basin. I've been to Arena offshore. I visited EQT up in Pennsylvania with Toby Rice, the largest natural gas producer in the entire country. And what I've realized is that these brave Americans have the ability to not only end the civil unrest that we're seeing across the world, but to power our country and to power the world. And this administration has basically waged war against our industry, and it must stop. And I live right here in Houston, Texas, which is the energy capital of the world. Basically, every single major player in the energy industry has some kind of space in my congressional district here in Congressional District 38. And I'm here to tell you that the only thing you have to do is put us to work, ask us to do our job, and we can not only lower gas prices, but we can also fuel our world and our allies.
Wesley, the people that you spoke to, can they believe what is happening, how the Biden administration is on the one hand basically trying to destroy their livelihood while simultaneously begging dictators for their oil? Can they believe that?
They cannot. And this is an issue literally of jobs, jobs, jobs. We are killing jobs. We are killing tax revenue. And by the way, they recognize this. They see what's happening every day. And not only that, the entire world is watching. And what we've seen for this administration is a level of weakness that even OPEC has absolutely no respect for our country, for our president, and for this administration. And the remedy is right here. We have hardworking Americans that are willing to solve that problem if we just put them to work.
Okay, let's get to this. All military branches are falling behind on recruitment goals. So the Army, they are 15,000 soldiers short. The National Guard, a loss of 7,500 service members. The Navy met only 10% of their goal. The Marine Corps, 30% of their goal. Air Force met 10% of the goal. Okay, so but the Defense Secretary is focusing on renaming at least 9 military bases that he claims are tied to the Confederacy. Do you think these lack in numbers are actually the fact that the military is going perhaps woke?
Wokeness is the problem here, and at some point you have to stop blaming COVID. We're at the point to where we need to start enlisting brave men and women that just want to serve our country like I did. And look, not just me, but my father and my brother and my sister, we all went to West Point. And we also understand what it takes to fight wars in a foreign land, and that's the kind of people that we want in our country. And the kind of mentality that it takes to do that, it doesn't mean that we care about wokeness, we care about pronouns. We just want to learn how to fight. And I am somebody that actually spent time in Robert E. Lee Barracks at West Point. I was actually stationed at Fort Rucker, Alabama. I was stationed at Fort Hood. And at no time in the hundreds of times that I entered those buildings and entered those bases, was I concerned with the name of it. Look, that's our history. That's our past. Renaming buildings doesn't change that. But what it does do is we forget about our past and we are doomed to repeat it. Look, let's get to focusing on war fighting. Let's not worry about names on a building. And by the way, if you're looking at what's happening with Russian aggression right now, North Korean aggression right now, Iranian aggression right now, and also, quite frankly, Chinese aggression, the future Chinese aggression, they're watching what our focus is on, and this is why we are hurting on the national scale. It makes this November so important. We have got to take back the House and our Senate so we get our country back on track and focus on American values and being strong again on the world scale.
Our military's winning on wokeness. I don't know if that's an award we actually want to win. Wesley Hunt, appreciate your time as always, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Good morning. Thank you very much.